This is the Butler City Council meeting, March 7th, 2023, courtesy of Mid-America Live News.
Rich? Here. Alcar? Here. Liggins? Here. Hall? Dowdy? Randalls? Here. Behringer? Here. Mallett?
Here. Okay, first up the consent agenda. I'd like to have approval of the minutes of the regular session of February 21st, 2023.
So be it. Motion made.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, approval of bills, questions, comments on the bills?
I had a question on the Taco Bell plan review. Is that something that they pay back, or is that just something the city has to do?
That is something that we do.
No, we bill them for that.
Yeah. I don't think we do.
Yeah, we bill them.
Do we?
So we'll get reimbursed for it.
We still, did you have Roland do that?
Ron will do that.
And he'll still bill them direct, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No further questions, I'd entertain a motion to pay the bill.
I move we accept it as submitted. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, approval of travel and training. I think we had 3.
I move that we accept the training.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No additions or deletions to the minutes, or I mean the agenda. Scheduled guest, Ryan Peters, Case Singer Basin, I don't think he's here. Next is Richard Landers.
I came here to see about getting a continuance on my demolition permit. I mean, I've had a death in the family, and my wife's fighting cancer, and it's just taken me longer than I expected to do it. It's taken up a lot of my time that I was gonna use on the house. I was informed by Mike that y'all was not gonna do that, but I came here anyway just to see if I could. I mean, my son just got hit by on his motorcycle 3 weeks ago, when I've been taking up most of my time because I've had my grandkids, and I can't bring them down here to do this. And he died Saturday, so trying to get that worked out to get him buried, and just taking up more time than I expected to have it done. That's what I'm here for 301 Dakota.
How much of an extension do you feel you need to complete it?
I'm hoping to have it done within the month, man. I've been overwhelmed with all these things that's just been happening. I wasn't expecting it.
Oh, no, we understand that, yes.
I mean, I've got the house 3/4 of the way down. I was gonna try to save what's left of it, because we took down all the rotten part, and, it had 6 rooms in it. We took 4 down, and the rest of it's in pretty good, decent shape, except for one beam that has to be replaced. We was thinking about fixing that so my wife could have it before she passed away, and build a new section to it, but I was informed that because it was 2/3 of the house was down, that we couldn't finish doing that, so I'm willing to go ahead and take it the rest of the way down if I have the time to do it.
Now, we give you an extension before, right? I know you've
Yes,
had
you
some
did.
unexpected,
Two, I
Yes.
think.
2 extensions before?
Well, you gave me, I had a rebuild permit. They gave me, I thought it was going to be 6 months. It turned out to be 45 days, which wasn't no time to do anything. And then I got the demolition permit, the first one, and they've only given me 1 extension on that permit, by the way. And, that was this last one, and I expected to have it down, but these things have happened, it's beyond my control.
Right. So you feel another month
Yeah, I
And
should
you
have
could-
down. I've only got 2 more rooms to take down.
Yeah, but what about the lot being cleared?
Yeah, we're gonna have it cleared. We were taking wood
That
out.
month include that?
Yeah, we're taking wood out before we finish doing what we're gonna do.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it'll be cleaned
if
up.
you were giving another month, you're saying that it'll be a bare lot, no
Yes.
foundation,
No foundation, no nothing.
nothing with
And we
another
plan,
month?
we plan on building another house there starting in July.
Mm-hmm,
So, we'll have to come down and get the permits and all that, but,
right.
you know,
Right.
so.
So at first you said that you would probably have it done, if we gave you an extension, you would probably have it done by the end of the month, right? So that'd be the end of March.
Well, I'm thinking 30 more days. I have at least a week more to deal with my son's thing, and I have to find out what I'm gonna do with his
Sure.
kids, because his wife's gone. She left.
But in essence, you're asking for another entire month, like,
Yeah,
for
I'd
the
like
end
to
of
have
April.
I'd like to have, like, by the end of April, if possible.
Like 45 days.
I mean, the house has been the way I bought it for a long time, my understanding, and I've done more to it since I've had it in the short time I've had it.
Right,
And
yeah,
all these people have done it, I'm doing it by myself.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't
Well-
rent equipment or nothing, I do it by myself. and
Right,
we're just
Richard.
most of the week,
Yeah.
so.
I mean, I understand what you're trying to do and how come it's taking so long and these unforeseen tragedies that you're having. I know that is a big problem, but on the same hand, it's a slippery slope when we start giving extensions and extensions to a person, because the next person is gonna, it has to be very special, situation, to extend it, and you sound like you really have some serious issues that have come across your path. But at the same time, I want you to understand that if we keep giving extension after extension to somebody, then the next person's gonna want extension after extension.
Well, I won't need no more after this, I mean, it'll be done, I mean, you can see, everybody can see I've had more progress,
Yes, yeah,
time allowing,
yeah,
I've done
yeah.
it every day.
I see that it's moved along
Yeah.
pretty fair.
Possession in October, is that right?
Yeah, I took possession and we were gonna rebuild it, but then we found out that there was too much termite damage under the back section of the
Yeah.
house. So, when we gutted the whole house, and then we decided that there was too much to do until we got to we couldn't get to the front half of the house because we had to have the back half gone before we could get underneath it to see. And the front half is in pretty decent shape, so other than a beam that's in front, and that's because they had the vegetation growing around it. And, but now we're not gonna fix that, because honestly, I'm gonna need the money to do other things.
Mhm.
So, funeral's not cheap.
Yeah,
And, I'm gonna basically use the money I was gonna use to do the house to pay for my son's burial,
Right.
so. That's,
well, I mean, we're not a bunch of cold-hearted people that can't relate to the situations that you're in the middle of. But we've given you an extension so far,
and you
but
see,
at the same time, I personally am leaning towards giving you another, you say 45 days?
that would be great.
I'm personally leaning that direction,
When
but
did the initial extension, 45-day extension expire? What was the date on that?
It expired 2 weeks ago.
The 29th of February.
so from tonight, you're wanting another 45 days.
But at least 30, I mean.
Yes, okay,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
At least 30.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking the other extra days would be to clean up and make sure it's all squared up where you guys are happy with it.
Well, I don't know what my legal responsibilities really are here, but I'm gonna tell you tonight, me personally, I'm gonna vote to give you another 45 days, but I'm gonna tell you right here to your face that that'll be it,
That's fine.
That's it, no more.
You'll see, like I said, in the next couple of days, we'll have all the wood in the front yard gone, and then the rest will be just digging.
Yes, sir.
Sunday, I have to go to the funeral, and, so it'll be, during the week. I mean, I work during the week, so it's in the evenings when I come down.
Yeah, I know it's an emotional time for you with your wife and your son and those situations there. But I can't speak for the rest of the people here and their decisions, but I will say mine would be to give you another 45 days. And I mean, that's it, as far as I'm concerned.
I'll make that motion.
I'll make that motion, yes.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Aye.
Count them up.
I'm waiting on Carmen to vote.
Would say give it to him.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
committee reports, personnel.
The Personnel Committee met before City Council just to go over the updated personnel policy. The updated personnel policy contains adding the language for recreational marijuana that has passed in the state of Missouri. Also updating our social media policy, as well as combining our drug and alcohol policy with personnel policy as well. Jennifer Baird, who is the partner for Lawbor Municipal Farm, reviewed it and wrote up the new personnel policy for us. So our attorneys have looked over it and given us the green light on it.
Boards and commissions, none. Unfinished business, none. Public hearings, none. So we have bill number 2023-02 that deals with the personnel policy regarding social media and marijuana use. We have any questions on that? If nobody has any questions, I'd entertain a motion for first reading by title only.
I make that motion.
Second.
Rich,
Yes.
Alcar,
Yes.
Liggins,
Yes.
Hall, Dowdy, Randall,
Yes.
Behringer,
Yes.
Mallett.
Yes.
Bill number 2023-02, an ordinance for the city of Butler, Missouri to adopt updates to the city's personnel policy regarding social media use and marijuana use. Do I have a motion for second reading by title only?
Motion.
Second.
Rich,
Yes.
Alcar,
Yes.
Liggins,
Yes.
Hall, Dowdy, Randall,
Yes.
Behringer,
Yes.
Mallett.
Yes.
Bill number 2023-02, an ordinance for the city of Butler, Missouri to adopt updates to the city's personnel policy regarding social media use and marijuana use. Do I have a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Rich,
Yes.
Alcar,
Yes.
Liggins,
Yes.
Hall, Dowdy, Randall,
Yes.
Behringer,
Yes.
Mallett.
Yes.
Ordinance number 1160. Okay, next we have resolution number 489, authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute a permanent utility easement with Sri Ram Investments LLC. Have any questions for Mike on that?
Nope, I like it.
Everybody get a chance to look that over? If no questions, I'd entertain a motion to pass that resolution.
I make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And next we have resolution 490, it's authorizing the mayor to execute the project change with Case-Singer Basin for the comprehensive plan.
Was there a reason the gentleman couldn't be here tonight to talk to us? I mean, was that?
Brian? No, I don't. Yeah.
Did we hear from the executive director? Have we heard from her?
No, outside of email correspondence when we got together and trying to hammer out the rest of the details on the addendum.
So we don't have an update at all?
As far as what Ryan has done?
Yeah.
No.
Are we supposed to have had a meeting by now? What was it?
I believe it was decided that he had some stuff to tie up this week and then was going to proceed with getting the committees and everything together after that, so.
Yes, do you think that maybe he was under the impression that we'd given him that extension? And that's why he's not here tonight?
It was my understanding that he was going to be at every
Every
meeting.
meeting,
Every meeting, yeah.
Yeah.
Even if he had the extension to wrap that up,
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
Have you asked Ashley Swartz to come? Like, actually asked her to come?
I've highly recommended it to her that she
But
does.
you have not said, we would like you to come?
I can do that, yes.
I don't feel good about passing this until they're here.
Okay.
Okay, we'll just table that then, if it's good, if everybody's good with that.
Yes.
Okay, report, city clerk.
Couple different things. We were approved for that grant for the green space to get some tables and chairs. That grant was almost $4,200 that we were approved. So we'll be getting 3 6-foot park benches, an 8-foot picnic table, and another 8-foot picnic table that will go over in the green space over there. Melissa Phillips, who's the chair of the Historic Preservation Commission, has ordered that already. And so those will be coming within the next two to 3 months or whatever on those items. So that's a fully funded grant, and so the city will pay for it, and then we get reimbursed back that $4,200.
Are we looking at putting a water fountain there as well, do you know?
Then I do not know about anything about a water fountain.
I know they're planning on putting the murals up over there, but have we heard anything else about that?
About the murals?
Yeah,
They are painting the murals, and they almost have all the murals done and painted. When I talked to Melissa the other day, she was still waiting to get with Trent on how to securely fasten those murals up around the park so they don't blow away like, the windstorm like we just had or anything else.
Right.
I think that's the major thing. How do we secure those properly without them getting damaged or blowing away or anything else like that? So,
yeah. Have they let you know, Trent, where they want them and how they want them situated? Is that, I think I'm under the understanding that, that they'd be like in an L shape in the southeast corner?
South and east side.
Yeah, in the southeast corner of it, in an L shape.
That's my bad.
And these murals are some of those that were painted by the gentleman that painted these in here years back, that were up on the
It's,
buildings around the square.
So look for that. That should be up, and hopefully by the late spring, early summer, that should be up and going. Just want to remind everyone, April the 25th, we are doing Community Cafe at the Nazarene Church. That starts at 5 o'clock. So we'll be serving, City Council will be serving, so make sure that's marked on your calendars. Want to remind you that. April the 4th, we will be having the dedication for the Inclusive Park at Northfield. That will be at 4 o'clock. You all should have got invitations in the mail this week about that as well also. The audit has been scheduled. It will be May 22nd through the 26th. The auditors will be here to go over the financial statements of the city during that time period, and then after that, they will give you an update on their conclusions and findings from the audit for this last year. Also wanted to put on your calendars, if you all would like to attend any of the councilmen, there will be an elected officials training that's June 8th through the 9th in Columbia, Missouri. The Missouri Municipal League puts that on each year. That is something that the city will pay for you all to go to. If you have never attended one or just newly elected, I highly recommend that you attend. It's a very good informational for elected officials. And then along that time period, our law firm will be putting on some elected official training as well sometime at that time as well. Is that correct, Anthony, still?
I'm not familiar with the Missouri Municipal.
Well,
we-
Joe's firm usually does one too.
Yeah, we do our city official training. I don't have the list of all the locations we're doing, but we'll be in touch with you guys about where they're gonna be and when they are.
Okay. Also, in front of y'all, there was a flyer that we had, that's run out. We're looking for members to sign up for boards and commissions again this year. It's time to update everyone on boards and commissions, so, I kinda put that on y'all's desk. If y'all know some folks who might be good for boards and commissions, we have applications that are online. They can get or come up to City Hall and turn in applications, so the mayor can go over that and start looking and appointing those folks come April when those terms are up. Also, the hay crop bid went out for the city lake and the cemetery. It is due back by March the 24th at 4 o'clock, and that's to hay those grounds out there. There's grounds out at the city lake and then also out by the cemetery that are being hayed. So those are up for bid as well right now. And then the last thing is that we've all been talking about over the last couple months and years about security and everything else, making sure downstairs is secured. We have a new company that we've been working with on the IT side because of AMI, and they're out of Harrisonville, and so I started talking with them, and I think we will be working with them on trying to get some security cameras up around City Hall and downstairs. So we have that, those feeds will go over to the police department. I talked with the police chief about that already, and that way dispatch over there can see those feeds on the screens over there as well, as long as we'll also have the feeds here in City Hall too. So just some additional security measures that will be taking place coming up in the future as well. That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Police chief?
Hired another officer.
I don't have anything.
Ligon?
Mr. Mayor, I don't have anything.
Randall?
I do. Some was from last time and I forgot, so I wrote it down. Do we have an update on when the recycling center will be available to residents? That was part of our new sanitation agreement. Do we have an update on where we stand on the fire station roof bid? Do we have that ready to roll out with the new budget?
Once we get the new budget, we will, we'll let the engineers know to proceed.
And the engineers will prep for bid? That's what you mean?
Yeah, what was it they had left to do, Trent?
I think they ran a scope of work and just did that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it should be ready to roll for bid. Okay. And then the entrance, the west entrance to the fairground, I just know with baseball season coming, it's really rough. Part of that asphalt is cut away, and so with all baseball and stuff like that, if we could by chance fill the potholes at the west entrance to the fairgrounds.
Okay.
Behringer?
I don't have anything, Mr. Mayor.
Mallett?
Oh, I'd just like to say about the city crews doing a good job at this time, and they're out there working, and with we're down 5 employees as I recall right now from different departments, so they're all trying to work together to get what needs done out there done. So if something doesn't go as quick as we anticipate it to go, be understanding a little bit, because we have a manpower problem a little bit right now, and so some understanding will go a long ways. These guys are doing the best they can with what they have right now, so. And I would say, if anybody knows somebody that's a good, decent worker, the city of Butler is a good place to have a job. The pay, everybody says, may not be the best in the world, but it's not the worst either. And there is always a paycheck on the day it's supposed to be there. It is a good job with good benefits. So if you want a job where you can be responsible and do a job apply for it. That's all I've got.
Any new business, none? Media questions?
And in case I missed it, is the Taco Bell move all approved? Is that a done deal at this point, or where are we at with that?
As far as
All the approval they need to do it?
let's see, the last I had talked to Trent, and Trent may be able to light and shed some light on that one.
I don't, is there a building permit been applied for?
Yeah, so we don't have,
Okay.
yeah,
Just checking.
yeah.
It's not signed off.
All right. That's all I have.
We don't have a closed session, motion to adjourn.
Motion.
All in favor?
All right.
Opposed?